What's better than one river song? Two river songs, of course. And Ray Bloody Purchase. Hello and welcome back to a Madman Big Finish review, video series where I discuss and review some of the latest releases of Big Finish. For this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the Diary of River Song Series 10, Two Rivers and a Firewall. As always, going into it spoiler free as possible with our first story, The Two Rivers by Tim Foley. River Song finds herself on an irresistible mission, investigating the tomb of the legendary River Song. Except the statues don't resemble her, and the tomb contains the body of someone very different. Or does it? Now this was a excellent start to this box set. I really enjoyed this story. This is probably my favorite story of this box set. The character of Other River, the Other River Song. I'm not going to go into details of whether she actually is River Song or it's someone pretending to be her. They do explain. They use a kind of genre trope gimmick that's being quite almost overused a bit in media, particularly with big Hollywood films. There's your hint. So while I'm kind of exhausted with that kind of gimmick, I do like the explanation of who this Other River Song is, and I do enjoy the character of Other River. She kind of, I don't know, for me she reminds me of if Mel's River's previous incarnation just had the River Song traits from the get-go, instead of just being the troublemaking, sassy, best friend that just straight up is just ready to she's just there to kill the Doctor. That's it. So I did like the character of Other River Song, but the story itself I was really engaged with. I found it fascinating. It was an enjoyable listen listen to. And that leads us into our second story, Beauty on the Inside by Lizzie Hopley. It would seem to be a perfectly ordinary painting of a forgettable royal family. So why did a biochemist smuggle out of a closed colony at the cost of her own life? River is determined to find out. This story was fine. I think it was an okay story. There's not really much I can say about it. Like I said, it just was a fine kind of story to listen to. I didn't particularly have any real problems with it. It just didn't particularly stand out to me. But it was an okay story. It was an okay average story. It was fine. And that leads us to our third story, Black Friday by Lauren Mooney and Stuart Pringle. Omnioforum might just be the greatest shop in the galaxy, and it's celebrating 200 years at the heart of the retail sector. But when River attends this celebratory gala, she finds it less everything must go, and more everything has gone, apart from the Autons. I really like this episode. Well, yeah, this story. I really enjoyed it. The character of Mikhail. Let me look back into the cast. Make sure I'm saying, yeah, Mikhail. The character of Mikhail, I really enjoyed. A good kind of companion to River Song, to this story. The Autons, I would say, weren't particularly much of a threat in this story. It's more of the mystery of what's happened in the Omnioforum and the mystery of Mikhail. It's because it's very evident that there is something more to him that River Song wants to try and uncover and see, is this a good thing, or could this put her in a terrible situation? This could be bad for her, possibly leading to death. So yeah, the Autons, they're kind of just there as just a obstacle. They're not much of a kind of a presence in this story. I mean, they're Autons. They're plastic living dummies. What more can you really do with them? But I still enjoyed the story regardless. It's more propped up by the characters, by River Song and Mikhail. So I really enjoyed it. And that comes to our finale. I was about to say farewell. Well, it is a farewell. It's the final story of the box set. But Firewall by Barnaby K. River is living her dream life with her dream husband, but every paradise has a serpent, and this husband might not be quite up to the task. So, it doesn't. So, from that description, it doesn't give you much, but essentially because we all know, on the cover of this box set and a video that Big Finish released of an interview between two of the cast members, that Proper Dave is in this. Proper Dave from the two-parter that introduced River Song in Series 4, Silence in the Library, Forest of the Dead, yeah, I think. So the character of Proper Dave is in this. This is essentially set after the events of what happened in the library from River's point of view. So River inside of the library, raising Cal. Remember, the little girl that the whole library was designed for, because she was dying, or she passed away, and her mind was uploaded into the library so she can read everything in existence because she loved books. So it's essentially that, except it's just in the fake world, the artificial world inside of the library, that was explored in those episodes. And there's an intruder. Someone from outside of the library has come inside to that fake world, and they are after River Song. Now, even in death, people are still after River Song, and mainly because it's her connection to a certain someone, her husband, Proper Dave. I'm kidding, no, not Proper Dave, but I enjoyed this story as well. It was an interesting, sweet story. It's interesting bringing back just another one of the cast members from the two-parter in Series 4. So like Proper Dave, I think it works well kind of in this story. They kind of a fun dynamic with River Song, because the whole point of because he's just one of the victims in of the library. It doesn't really go off much with the Doctor or River Song, but here he has a bit more to go with it. So I really enjoyed kind of a more of a character development of Proper Dave, someone who's just kind of an unfortunate victim of the monster of the episodes. But yeah, all the characters in here, I think I really enjoyed. The story itself, it was fantastic. Probably just under Two Rivers. This would be probably my second favorite story of the box set, and I think it's a nice kind of end to the box set, because it's set after the end of River Song, her death. So it's a nice story to end off with. It ends with a very kind of happy note, even though all the characters in there are deceased, get no longer of the living planes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this story as well. So overall, if I had to rate Two Rivers and a Firewall, Series 10 of the Diary of River Song, I would have to give it a 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed the majority of these episodes. There's some that I thought that were just fine, they didn't stand out, but I got my money's worth out of this. I think everyone did a fantastic job on this box set. The cover itself, I really like the cover itself. I think it's a great looking cover, and an X in the background symbolizing 10 Roman numeral. Roman numeral X for 10. I think clever, smart, big brain right there. But no, that is all for my discussion / review of Two Rivers and a Firewall. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to check us out on our weekly live streams. Make sure to check out any of my previous videos or any of the videos my fellow co-hosts have done. And I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.